There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low.
Alrighty then, welcome everyone to the much anticipated, not too long overdue because we did play a little bit last week, but session 24 of our Skull and Shackles adventure entitled Skull and Shackles, Chapter 3. Tempest Rising. So it's been a wild ride, all 24 sessions that we've had. We are now officially on, well, now it's 24. We've had 23, we're going to be on 24, which is fantastic. But, as is tradition, we're going to go around the table, have everyone quickly introduce themselves, remind us of what pirate they are playing, because the pirate life is best, as I've learned in other games recently. It is just awesome. It's the best thing ever. Joining certain orders is just bullshit, and they're sucky, and then they're stupid, and arrogant and cocky, and send murder squads, but I digress. So with that being said, we're going to go around the table. Let's have them go. We're going to go Atomic. We're going to skip over Blau because he doesn't get an opinion, and we're going to go Atomic, Blau, Seth, Patrick. Take it away, buddies. Let's get after it.
Hey everybody, I'm Atomic. I'm playing our Tiefling Druid, Harling Blackmane, and boogity boogity boogity, let's go racing, boys.
Woo-wee.
I'm playing the most honorable and non-murder squad sending Zinra Minoran. Need to contest any kind of wrong. No, I'm playing Caius the
It's
Kinless,
not going to come to violence.
Paladin.
Martin runs away because he's fucking scared, and they chase him down, pounce on him, and stab him in the back. Not even to his face, in the back.
How many of those stabs did Zin make? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. He ordered his dogs after him, but anyway, Zeb, take it away. Fuck you guys.
I'm Zeb. I'm playing our human fighter, captain of the Bastard's Hand, Edward Tarmos.
Good. Patrick.
I'm Patrick. I play Wakir thrice drowned now, our cleric of Besmara.
Good. Good. Of course, I'm Dare Wolf. I'm the game master, the masteriest master of the games, and all of the NPCs. So many NPCs. It's wild. Absolutely wild. When we last left off, our intrepid pirates, I wouldn't want to say intrepid, are notorious, are bloodthirsty, are crazy, are glorious, inglorious pirates. There it is.
Destined band of chucklefucks.
Yes, our clandestine band of chucklefucks. That's actually beautiful. I love that. They had done some fuckery, and of the 20 plus pirate crews that are supposed to show up, there's just a couple that are actually competing. One of those is, of course, the Wormwood, led by none other than Branimus Harrigan, the notorious pirate captain who had, how to put this, been a real dick at the beginning of our campaign. Just not a chucklefuck. He'd been what's the opposite of a chucklefuck, Atomic?
Pants on head certified.
Yeah, that's the one. That thing. Absolutely fantastic. He did a great job of being whatever Atomic just said. I can't repeat it because I'll get banned. But it's been a wild time. It's been a wild, aggressive, piratey time. And we see now our opening scene. It is a bright and sunny day. I'm talking bright, sunny, beautiful. The weather is pristine. It's a cross breeze, which is fantastic, meaning you're going to be on a long reach being one of the calmest and nicest kind of sails that you can do. Generally, you get some good speed. You don't heel over too much. It's going to be a long reach up. You're going to touch the hurricane, the Eye of Abandango, and then you're going to pivot back and come down. The whole race itself will take about a day, roughly a day of time up and about. You're going to be sailing around Cauldron's Rock, a couple of these, this group of islands, this atoll, as it were. You're going to be kissing, like I said, the Eye of Abandango. And as the ships sort of mingle about, and if for those of you that have never been to a sailboat race, the way that a sailboat race starts is there's usually a race boat, as it were. You see this giant kraken that is led by none other than one of the gentlemen who is actually on the Pirate Council. He is a strange sort of druidic type man, a strange sort of druidic type man. He's the Master of Gales. He has a long, gnarled gray beard. He wields a staff, and you see him on the bow of the ship up by this bust at the head. The figurehead on the ship is kraken like, the tendrils of the kraken coming down along. His ship almost rivals the Dominator. I say almost because it's close, but the Dominator is still the king. Still the king of this sea. Still the king of the Shackles. But he rises up, and you see about a dozen or so ships milling about. You see the Wormwood, you see the Skippy Bottom, you see the Chucklefox, you see a bunch of these interesting ships sailing around. And there is a thunderous crash. You're a voice. It is the Master of Gales. Ships to the starting line! Ships to the starting line! And you see a pirate with a number of flags. He starts motioning. You can see he's begun a minute or so countdown for the race. Now, as the race proceeds, you guys will be getting race points. If you remember last time, you guys did enough to start off with 8 race points, which is fantastic. I'm going to ask Edward to keep track of your race points. All right, Edward, that is your job to keep track of those race points. So how many race points do you have?
8.
Okay, good job. Well done, sir. Edward just learned how to count. We're very proud of him, and we're going to give him a chance to showboat, all puns intended, some of those new skills that he's learned. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So we hear this thunderous crash. We see the pirate with the flags motioning. You see the countdown, and you see most of the ships are milling about, probably about 10 boat lengths back. 10 boat lengths back from the starting line. Now, a sailboat race is a very interesting thing. What you want to do is you want to, quote-unquote, win the start. And what that means is you want to go over the starting line as soon as the starting gun is fired. You want to be the first over the starting line because it gives you, as you might have guessed, a really big advantage. Really big advantage because you're first over the line, you catch the wind, you are on it. So we watch as the ships are all milling about, sailing. We see them tacking back and forth. We see you, the Dominator, and I assume Harlan is at the helm. Is that correct?
Harlan would be at the helm, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Harlan, you can feel that wheel. It is a massive wheel in the Dominator. It usually takes 2 people, but I don't know. I just feel like in this moment, it's all you, baby bird. It's all
2
you.
hands and a tail.
Oh, yeah. 2 hands and a tail. Tail's on the other side. Caius, where is Caius as the race is about to start? As you guys are seconds away from crossing the starting line.
Has to be at the deck above the wheel.
Looking at it? Yes. Love it. Love it. So we see Captain Caius on the top side of the deck, just behind the wheel. What's your expression like, Caius? Determined? Sort of maybe numb to it all? What are you looking like?
Caius is actually kind of blasé about it because he feels like there's not a chance they're going to lose, given that they have like basically a hit squad, lack of a better term, on the other ships.
Weird how you admitted the things. No. Weird how that happens.
Here they go again.
Strange.
Mom and Dad keep fighting.
We're not fighting. It's just it'd be
No,
a fight if I was
give each other shit.
Just give each other shit, because he's a murder hobo, but it's fine. Yeah, I like that. That's wonderful. Harlan, what do you look like in this moment?
I don't. Yeah, well, I mean, the bird's, I don't know, bird's probably up ahead somewhere. I mean, he's just, he's getting the ship in position. He's ready to go. He probably sanded down the handles on the wheel a bit, give him some more grip, just to make sure it's, nice and good. He's probably got old personalities on standby in case they need to make a hard turn. It takes more than 2 people. He's there in case he needs them.
Personales is right by you, and he's got this like kind of toothless grin on his face, and he's smiling, and he's just staring at you while he's like holding on to a line that's right next to him as the ship is rocking ever so slightly. It doesn't rock too much. It's a big ass fucking boat. You barely feel it moving through the waves, but he smiles at you, and he starts to kind of sing to you a little bit. And he's like, it's just loud enough to where you can hear him. All right? And he goes, "Do you feel heavy? Your eyes drop with grief. Your spirit is wild and your suffering brief. So you never buckle and bend to the masses. I'll tend to the flame. You can worship the ashes." And then he just starts to like quietly cackle, like he just covers his one eye and just stares at you as you're at the helm. What's Harlan do?
Harlan gives him a wink, and then like as just he's just like kind of like this crazy dude. But as we get closer to the the countdown, closer whatever, probably 20 seconds, whatever, he's not muttering to himself, but he's probably saying a prayer to Gozra underneath his under his breath, just kind of to himself.
I want you to give me a will save. How strong is your will, your faith, as it were?
Faith. It's not terrible.
See what you do with that. I'm curious.
24.
24. You feel the boat lurch forward. There is a sudden gust of wind, and you see that the wormwood is it's probably about 10 boat lengths to the port side, to the left side. But you see the wormwood starting to creep up like it's going to wind, and then there's a burst of wind. The Dominator just swooshes, and you can hear this thunderous kind of crack, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then as soon as the one happens, you see that there is a little buoy. It's a little dinghy, and then there's a kraken. And the bow of the kraken and this little dinghy, that represents the starting line. And as soon as it strikes, you guys are first over the line. And there is a gust of wind. The boat lurches a little bit. It catches a wave, and you just feel it start to rise up, gliding forward. The wind in your face. Persale's just there grinning, but he's not grinning and looking at you. He's grinning and looking forward. And you hear him say, "She's a fine ship. A fine ship." And just like the mast that's next to him, he just like claps onto it with his hand as such. Edward, where are you hanging out as all of this is going on? I'd like to follow along with Mr. Edward right now. What's going on with
Edward is walking on the main deck.
Uh-huh.
He's just kind of double checking riggings, but he's keeping an eye on Sandra.
Sandra?
She filled his boots when he was given captaincy, and he wants to see how she handles, how she's interacting with the crew.
I'd like a little bit of input from Zeb. How is Sandra doing? You tell me, and I will run with it. How is Sandra doing directing the crew as first officer, the former Captain Caius, now Admiral Caius? Talk to me.
I think Edward's pleased with what he sees.
Yeah.
I think she has things running smooth.
Uh-huh.
I think he has his own personal critiques, but Edward's different.
She is nice about everything, but firm. I think Edward's a little bit more firm and not as nice about everything. I think she gets the job done, but differently. And perhaps that's where there's a critique. Like, all right, you'd be a little bit harder, all right?
Yep.
But she's like, "You're doing a great job, lads. Keep it up. We've got it. More sail." She's just like barking orders, but like friendly. Because, she's Sandra Quinn. She's a G. I like Sandra.
Edward is just lightly just kind of following behind her wake, just double checking things.
And she's barking orders, and it's going well.
Old habits die hard.
They do.
He was the first mate for Caius. He just wants to double check everything.
I love it. I mean, you're back on the ship with Captain Caius. You're technically, outrank her, as it were, within the fleet, as it were.
I don't know how that would work being brought back onto the ship. I'd still outrank her.
You rank among the fleet.
Yeah, you outrank her.
Okay.
But she's still first officer on the ship, so it is what it is. What's your expression like? How are you like kind of strolling the deck? Are you more like, are you checking things? Like, what are you doing as this is all going?
Edward is very much just kind of observing as he kind of goes, he's. Oh, hey, we'll just check. Yep, that's tight.
That's tight. That's good.
All right, we're good. All right, everyone's where they need to be.
Yeah.
All right, she's doing good.
Good.
like
I
it.
love it. Walk here, Mr. Thrice-Drowned. Talk to me. Talk to me, my friend. Haven't seen you in forever. It's good to see you again. Talk to me.
Wakir's going to be up on the deck as well, behind everybody.
Okay. So are you more towards the stern castle? Are you
Yeah,
more
towards the stern castle.
towards stern castle?
Probably,
All right. So maybe standing like kind of near to where our
behind Harlan.
yeah, kind of near Harlan. You thinking?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like that.
behind
All right.
Harlan.
He's kind of
Just
near
keep
Harlan, kind of on the stern
you know,
castle here. You know, you got some
I've already got my
the
guy over
devils
here.
are near you. What are you doing? What do you look like? What's going on in this moment? Talk to me.
Looks like his normal self. He's just got his. We can delete that one. I'm already on the map.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
You're dead. You died.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I'll go where I want to be.
All right. Well,
Um,
do what I want.
no. No, he's just in the moment. He's not allowed to cast anything to make the ship go faster
Real.
because that's illegal. But he's just looking, see if there's anything he can do. If he can add to the crew, he would. That's about all he could do right now.
All right. So he is there, and you hear someone like stumble behind you. Seemed like he was maybe carrying some water or something. You hear a splash on the deck, and as you look back over your shoulder, you see a young lad. And this young lad actually has brand new token art, which I'm going to get up and onto the deck here momentarily. But you see the young, what do you want to call him, Blau? Like, is he a squire? Is he like, no, like, what do you want to call him? Talk to me.
Probably acolyte.
Ooh, he's in the young.
If he's taking to the religious teachings, if not, probably just cabin boy.
He's taken to him. Like, he likes it.
Then yeah.
He's
Then
leaning
acolyte.
well into it. He also has a character sheet now, thanks to our fan favorite Sidistro, the man, the myth, the legend himself, who made a token for him, which makes me very happy. And in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get him onto the map here with his brand new token art. He is he's still a young looking lad. You know, maybe I'd say like 14, 15. I'm aging him up a little bit, just for simplicity's sake, because having a 13-year-old player character doesn't exist. So he's young, probably malnourished, but he's a little bit older than maybe we originally said, which is okay. We can suspension disbelief a little bit, but he is dressed in similar clothes to what you might see Captain Caius in when he's not in his full plate. All right. He's also gargantuan. I'm talking just huge.
Oh my God, he's enormous.
Just a massive man,
God.
right? Just a gargantuan man. But he.
I don't want to see what he's like when he's not malnourished.
Look at the size of that lad.
Look at the size of that boy. My God.
That's a thick ass boy.
That's a thick ass boy. Alex Boy Littleton. Cabin boy Alex Littleton. We'll update his character art here. But he stumbles behind. And I'm curious. Would you say anything to him in this moment? Would you assist him? Wakir, would you simply let him deal with his own problems, as it were?
I'd see what's wrong, first of all.
He was coming from the stern cabin. He was going to be carrying some water onto the deck to offer it to some of the crew to make sure they stay hydrated, as it is a very sunny and windy day. Very easy to get dehydrated out here. So he stumbled. He dropped about a third of the water onto the deck. He is now steadying himself and attempting to kind of put himself back together. He's like
And
looking
this is
around to
the-
see if anyone saw anything.
This is the captain's
This is the captain's acolyte, as it were.
captain's
Adjutant.
boy.
Yes.
That's my boy.
That's my boy.
Oh no, my boy.
Oh, Caius, help!
Hangs out with Caius for about a week, and then he's dressing in all black. He's listening to metal albums, and he's just being a real little shit.
Got the chain wallet.
Burning stuff
He
behind the
does have a
high
paint
school.
wallet, yeah.
Shops at Hot Topic. There's got to be an equivalent to Hot Topic in this world now. We got to make that canon.
I'm
Oh,
gonna do a
no.
perception check. Just Not that I have a really good perception, but
All right. That's all right.
just to see if I notice anything wrong with him.
So he is healthy, as it were, but you see he looks a little nervous, perhaps a little unsure. Perhaps the clothing he's wearing now, although he has taken to it, perhaps it is still a bit odd for him. He's been walking around in mostly rags. So this is I'm assuming Caius got him something nice.
Oh, yeah.
Wants his acolyte to look good. He's taking him under his wing, right? So these clothes are new. There's some leather. It hasn't quite been worked in, so he's moving a bit rigidly.
Kind of got the Asmodean symbol and prominent.
Yeah, big Asmodean symbol on the front. He's got a
Flavor
unholy
Flav.
symbol.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Asmodean Flav kind of thing, right? It's weird.
Jesus
It's good.
Christ.
It's probably not what he
Oh,
said,
I
but
hate
we're
that
rolling
Flav.
with it.
So, I'll ask him if he's okay.
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I need to get to the water forward, sir. He looks over, seeing Captain Caius. Captain Caius didn't see anything. Perhaps don't tell the good captain.
Just continue on with your duties, lad.
Aye, sir. Apologies, sir. And
No
he
need to apologize.
slowly makes his way forward. As he passes the captain, he dips his head and offers him a ladle of water if he wants it.
Yeah, Caius will take a cup and give him a nod in return.
Asmodeus, watch over you, sir. Bumbles off, as it were.
He smiles slightly. Not
And he
quite
goes.
Asmodeus' MO, but
He doesn't
get
know.
there.
He's brand new.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
started learning like a week ago. Like, what do you want from this kid?
yeah.
I remember when I was
Asmodeus,
young
not
and first
tear your soul
starting.
from your body and consume it all at once, sir.
Yeah, exactly. I
That's
love what some of the
silly.
Asmodean writing is like. I doesn't give a shit about his church.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's really funny. You kids are insane, and I love it. So, the race starts well. You guys quickly pull away from the rest of the group. You take off at just a wild advance. You are putting just boat lengths in distance to everyone except the Wormwood. Now, you would know that the Wormwood normally would not really be able to pace you. But maybe it's had modifications. Who knows? But it is close to you, like just off the port. It's lagging behind a little bit. But as you guys took off, kind of pulled to the starboard, pulled to the right, the Wormwood kind of pulls the left, and you can see them. You can see the little folks on deck. They could see you. And Caius, where you are standing, similarly, on the Wormwood, you can see the eye-patchioed man, Ranibus Harrigan, just staring in your direction. It's cold, not angry, but just, I see you, motherfucker. I see you. Would you look back? Would you just ignore that old
Caius would notice it and move on about his day, acting as if he doesn't give a damn if Peregrine's trying to stare him down.
Love it. I absolutely love it. So he just completely ignores. And for anyone that is looking over onto the Wormwood, you would see that this ignoring that Captain Caius is giving him is upsetting the notorious Branibus Harrigan. He wants some anger. He wants something. He wants some kind of acknowledgement from him, but he is not getting it. So the race goes on. Things are going well. I need everyone to give a profession sailor check. We want to give a quick profession sailor check. Oh, yeah. All right. And we watch as 29, 23, 30. Not bad.
I
Not
have a
bad.
29
And
as
a
well.
29 as well. Brilliant. So the ship is sailing beautifully. Everything is going absolutely fantastic. Caius is laissez-faire about it. Personales is no longer saying weird, ominous things to Harlan. Sandra Quinn just barked at someone, maybe made Edward feel good. And Wakir, Mara is smiling upon you. You can feel it. There's like a song on the wind. There's like this, proud of you, Wakir. Doing a great job. Keep it up. Pirate's life for you, buddy. And then there is a horrible lurching, and the scraping and the tearing and splintering of wood. And the boat seems to come to a complete stop suddenly. It quickly starts to move again, but as it does, shouts from the forecastle, shouts from the bow of the ship. Giant turtle! Shouting,
Oh, boy.
screaming, as rising up out of the water next to the ship is the most massive, horrifying looking sea turtle you have ever seen, and it appears to have torn a hole in the side of the ship. From down below, you start hearing shouting, "Buckets! Buckets! Work the bilge! Work the bilge! We're taking on water!" Panic. Panic
I think he just
flies
wants us to
through the
get rid
ship.
of their
Sandra
ship.
runs downstairs. Everyone is losing their minds. As that happens, the giant turtle seems to scrape along the side of the ship. And as it does so, it lurches up, springing itself up and out of the water, landing partially on the deck next to none other than Edward Tarbos. And my friends, I need you to do, can you guess what it is? We're going to roll some initiative. Let's get after it. All right, let's roll some initiative. Let's get some battle music going here for us. We're about to jump into it. We are about to jump right on into it. I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited.
Anybody think he just wants to sink our ship?
It's feeling
Well,
a little,
I mean-
little ship sinky.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, if I wanted to sink your ship, there's easier ways to do it. All right? There's easier ways to do it. All right?
Roll the one.
Holy schmolians in a handbasket. All right. This sea turtle actually has a name. His name is Splinters.
Dinner.
His name is Splinters. That is his name. And you guys would actually recognize, because you've heard tell of a giant sea turtle. It's one of the old sea shanty rumors that you guys might hear around in the Shackles from time to time. But yeah, you see him.
I don't know. Its head would make a great figurehead for the front of the ship. I'm just saying.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. But with that all being said, everybody in the initiative.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All
that's
right. And as everyone rolls in, the crew in this moment is highly focused on keeping the Dominator from sinking. Your crew is pretty much going to ignore the giant sea turtle because they're going to make sure the ship doesn't sink. You might get some help from some people. I'll let you guys call on someone if you really want to. But this sea turtle is real sassy, real angry, and wants to be your friend. All right? Thank you so much, Soviet Menace, for the sub. I appreciate you. You're a good man. You're an absolutely fantastic person, and I appreciate you very much. But with that being said, first up in the initiative is none other than Nasara. Nasara, talk to me.
R is going to go ahead and drop a confusion.
Ooh, a confusion.
It's on the back of the turtle so it doesn't hit anyone else.
Oh, damn.
So go ahead and give me a
Another
will save.
Man.
And that would be DC 19.
Let's go. I love it. So we watch as Vistara sort of squints her eyes a little bit, since it's mostly is she actually have like
It's a
sorcerer
psychic
levels?
casting, yep.
Like
No,
she
it's
just kind of
psychic
squints
cast.
her eyes, looks at it, and you can see just this like the sea turtle seems to like tilt its head to the side, and just kind of groans a little bit. Just kind of groans in this moment, and it's gonna make a will save. It's got a pretty okay will save. We'll see what happens. All right,
Fail.
17. That's a
Not that
fail.
good.
That's a fail, right?
Yep.
That's a fail, DC 19.
Ooh wee! So the sea turtle is now confused for how many rounds?
I think it's caster level, so it's, let me tell you.
Ooh boy, another
It's quite a
one.
few.
Oh my god, that's crazy. 9?
Duration 1 round per level. Their caster level for this is 6, so 6
Ooh,
rounds.
6 rounds of confusion. Turtle noises. Turtle noises. It's turtling over there, but it's not turtling, like actually turtling. It's just, it's being a turtle. So Don't you think it's given up yet? But yes, it is there. It is angry. It is roaring. And now it is confused, which is terrible. It is terrible. Can't you see? This is the land of confusion. You're right, Soviet Menace. You're absolutely right. Next up is Edward Tarvos, a giant sea turtle. Just put a hole in the side of your boat. Things are getting kind of crazy. What would you like to do?
Well, I think I'm gonna attack the giant fucking turtle that just spawned on me.
Wants to be your friend. Don't overthink it.
I'm gonna overthink it.
Nah, you're being crazy.
And now with that giggle, I'm definitely overthinking it. So,
Come on, yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy.
let me just make sure I got everything. Your lab is not wanting to work with me right now.
Well, you know, if you just use the character sheet like normal people, you know, they're complicating everything. I'm just kidding. I'm being a dick. I've been really sassy lately. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Am I always sassy, Patrick? You're an honest person. Am I always sassy?
Yeah, in some days you're more sassy than others. Today is a more sassy day.
More sassy. Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Oh, that's not right. That can't be right. That can't be right. Those can't be right. That's some really low rolls, buddy.
Yeah. No. Well, I got the 30 before.
As
if
you're
we
returning, I
remember.
advise you not to answer, Patrick. Oh boy. All right. Well, here's the good news. You got to re-roll that second attack because that might be a crit miss. Here's the bad news. None of those hit.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're like slashing, and your swords are hitting it, but it's just dinking off. Just ting, ting, ting. Its thick hide is just like, yeah, no, that is a confirmed critical miss. Yikes. Drum roll, everybody. Drum roll, everybody. As he pulls out the critical miss deck, he's going to shuffle it. He's going to shuffle. He's going to shuffle it really quick. We're shuffling this
25's a miss.
All right.
But no, it's the second attack.
Second attack,
It
14.
was.
That's a 14.
No, second attack.
Second attack's 14. Oh,
Offhand
cutlass
cutlass
number 1.
25.
You're absolutely right. Cutlass number 1. So wait, why is it different?
Because it rolled into the first chat entry.
Ah, I see.
Like
it.
the main hand cutlass one
All
rolled
right,
into
25
into
is
the first
not a
chat entry.
miss. So no critical miss. But what you would have gotten was you take amount of bleed equal to your strength bonus. That would have been awesome. I'm really sad that you didn't have that happen to you. And I mean by sad, I mean I'm glad because I'm not actually trying to kill you. Just sort of. All right, it's good. But you slash into it. Blackbeak is a bird. I imagine Blackbeak's been like just kind of circling the boat, you know, kind of a lookout. She'll squawk. You're not sure why she didn't see this thing. Maybe she was on the other side of the ship. Maybe the game master's just a dick. I don't know. But let's roll with it. So talk to me.
Yeah, no, so at the seeing this, you know, this turtle pops up or whatever to begin with, and then seeing it's popping up next to Edward, Harlan just yells, "Blackbeak! Edward!" And because it has the guard trick, Blackbeak will then fly down. I mean, he's got like 80 feet of movement. So
Love it. Love it.
down beside, just smashes beside him this fucking large size big ass bird and is gonna take an attack at the stupid turtle.
Love it.
And
Love
Edward
it.
is just like, why is it never anything normal?
Okay, all right. Roll 20, work with me. It's
Oh, that's
roll
funny.
20.
I don't care who you are. That is absolutely hilarious. That is great.
Right, and the claws.
It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You'll love to see it. All right, so he's clawing. That's good. Does he have pounce?
He doesn't have pounce actually, so he
All
doesn't
right,
get
so
the
the
second
bite.
one.
He comes down. He slashes at it, hacking at it with his beak.
Actually.
He manages to get the neck, but he can't quite get through that thick turtle hide. Just quack, and then just kind of rocks its head back and forth. Its claws up on the deck, slashing wildly. And yeah, that's crazy. Speaking of slashing wildly, Mr. Splinters, I have a confused macro. He gets a 3 D8 plus strength damage to himself. So he is just slashing at where Blackbeak bit him, and he manages to claw the side of his head. Dealing himself a pretty hefty amount of damage. Because let me tell you, this motherfucker's got some strength. And he slashes into himself. He is strang. Let me tell you. But he slashes into himself. He roars in anger, confused as to why he just hurt himself. His confusion ticks down to 5 rounds. And Harlan Blackbeard, you're up next.
Edward just gets covered in turtle blood.
Yeah, just sprays everywhere.
That's fine.
Smells
So
like seaweed. Oh, bleh.
Harlan's going to look at personalities and just looks at him and then points to the wheel and lets him take the wheel. And then he's going to move over. Yeah, should put me just in range of this big fucker. It
Love it.
does.
Love it,
Okay,
love
so
it.
I can take,
Down to you.
but the single shot.
Yes.
But we'll take it nonetheless. Make sure I'm selected.
Finale starts to sing, yo ho, all together, hoist the
So-
colors high,
It's just
heave to thieves and beggars, Edward's going to
It's just-
die.
Damn, fucking shoot in a miss.
Ooh. So that is a 16. That's a miss.
It is a miss. Yeah,
21
it's
is a miss. 23.
It's just the first one because I moved.
Oh, so it goes
I don't have
flying.
a single.
It hits his turtly hide and just goes ka-tink. And just ricochets right off. The guy thing does not have crazy AC, but your rolls have just been
Dog
real,
shit.
real dog shit.
Yeah.
Real dog shit.
I got a 30 once though, so that's cool.
You did.
So, like,
You did. You did. Alex Littleton has gone down below to try and help bilge the boat. The boat is moving, but it's lagging. And you can see off to the port, the Wormwood is very quickly starting to pull ahead. Very quickly. And
I like to imagine that our crew is trained much like the U.S. Navy, where everyone is damage control first.
everyone is damage control. Everyone other than you guys is damage control right now. I think even some of the devils might be damage control. Like everyone's, it's up to you guys, but they're on damage control. And you see Branibus as he's just kind of taking off, just kind of do one of these, and just kind of do one of these, and then just you see him pulling forward, just a real stick in the mud. If you had to say it, you love to see it, you hate to see it, but that's beautiful. Caius, your turn is up, my friend. Take it away.
Can I attempt?
You should probably just call in a kill squad. I mean, that's what you should do.
I should, yeah. Can I
Summon a kill
attempt to do a full round run action and vault over the railings?
Absolutely. In fact, just do it. Just do it and
Alright.
take a d6 fall damage.
Perfect. So I can then do triple move, and then I'll get me 90 feet up here.
Take 3 fall damage. Not even.
Ow!
Yeah, just clunk. Land a little hard.
Hi. My little Anky.
Little Anky got boo booed. Ooh.
oh, my knee's kind of stiff now.
Lay it. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward.
Of all the things that could happen to my character bad from a giant turtle, I'll take little Anky wound.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Worst things have happened. That's all I'm saying.
And
Worst
that's
things
all
have
I've got.
happened. Beautiful. Wakir, thrice drowned. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Talk to us. What do you got?
Wakir pulls out his Besmaran deity symbol, presents some enchantment magic comes out of his mouth, and he casts constricting coils.
Is it sparkle magic?
It is enchantment.
It's not sparkle magic.
No, it is basically hold monster.
Oh.
Wow,
Oh
it rolled
my God.
really well.
That was a
Yeah.
19 on the die.
You had to
So
roll
you
above
watch as
average, too.
these tendrils like rolling up, and they start to grapple, and you see these like coils of magic that kind of look like serpentine, maybe like Cthulian tendrils, and the thing just goes, just, and the magic just turns to dust and like sparkle dust, and it just roars. Unfortunately,
I don't like him.
I don't think
I
anyone
don't
does.
like him at all.
He's a real stick in the mud. Let me tell you.
All right, well,
Move action or anything?
that was the only thing I could do this turn.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Next up
No,
is
not love it. Not love it.
back to
not
the top
love
of the round with Sarah.
Already back. Didn't expect that. East is unfortunately close. All right, she's going to go ahead and greater teleport with one of her quicken greater teleports. Going to go ahead and pop down over here.
Love it.
And she's then going to drop a haste that will affect Caius and Edward. Sadly, it cannot get black.
Oh, you hate it. You hate it. Edward, you are now hasted. What would you like to do?
We'll attack again. That's all I got. I think that's my wheelhouse.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Golden Bones. 15 is a miss. 27 is a hit for 14. You managed to find a squishy bit. 21 ricochets off. 14 ricochets off. And 23 ricochets off.
Okay, I was about to say, did the haste hit? I
Unfortunately.
realized she does not no longer has quicken teleport. She's going to teleport.
All right. No
No
worries.
haste next round.
Okay. Okay. That's unfortunate. You do manage to nick it. It roars. Doesn't like that. Blackbeak, you are a bird. What would you like to do?
Blackbeak is indeed a bird.
Yes, bird.
Blackbeak will bite and talon on
Ooh, the talon for
the turtle.
19 manages to find the same spot that Edward had cut into. However, I need you to re-roll the talons for me, because that 15 might be a crit miss. We hope it's not. It is a confirmed critical miss.
Oh,
We open it up,
fantastic.
we look at it, and we've got a natural attack, -2 penalty on attack rolls for 1d6 minutes. Ooh!
Oh, God.
Oh! 6 minutes! Oh!
That's the
That's
combat.
60 rounds.
That was what, -2?
Yeah, -2 to all attack rolls.
Okay.
For just ever. Just basically forever. I'm just going to put
Yeah,
a 6
yeah, I
there
gotcha.
for you. That sucks. Splinters is going to roll his confusion. He gets a 3 again. He gets a 3 again. He's going to deal 4 plus his strength to himself, slashing into the spot where he just got stabbed. You are lucky. You are lucky that this man is not dealing 5d6 plus 18 damage to you guys. You are so lucky. He wants to bite you. He wants to tear you apart, but confusion, it is the ultimate equalizer, let me tell you. Next up in the initiative, we have Harlan Blackmane. Talk to me.
Harlan's going to cast Aspect of the Falcon on himself.
Ooh, like this bird
that'll-
thing.
Yeah, he gets like feathers up his horns and like his eyes
Starts
eyes
to look
turn
a
into
little
like
bit like
bird eyes.
Blackbeard a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, but then that'll be his
Like
turn.
black feathers on his ears a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. Good turn, good turn. Caius the Kinless, you're the man.
Caius is going to go ahead and sprint the rest of the way into the combat with the charge.
Love it.
Probably eating an AOO.
Absolutely. Probably
That's
not
a
going to hit you,
breach.
though. Probably not going to hit you.
28.
We'll see what happens. He's got a decent chance. That'll play.
29.
That'll play. All right. All right. So, I'm sorry, but 33 points of damage is chomps
Ow.
into you. And it's sort of like a passing, it looks like a graze. And the way I'll describe this is it just kind of like scrapes off your armor. You feel just crunched in a little bit. You feel some bruising. Doesn't draw any blood, but it's just like, oh, that happens again, he might tear me in half. Like, it's eye-opening, right? But please, my friend, continue.
Caius is going to, after that, touch corruption himself, because why wouldn't he?
I mean, there reason not to. The bruising seems not as bad as it was half a second ago.
And he's going to make his single attack, so it's only the first one of these.
Let's go. God, yes, God.
27.
Caius, 27
27
hit
for
for
18.
18 points of damage, slashing into him. The beast. Valkyr Thwystround, you're up next.
Okay, he's
Ooh,
going to.
player good things. +5 to next player roll. You may use that +5 to increase a DC. You may use that +5 to do pretty much whatever you want. Anything that anyone rolls or rolls against, with and when the community offers it to you, you can choose to increase pretty much whatever you want, or decrease someone's attack if you want as well.
Use that for your DC, my boy.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
giving that to Wakir and telling him he can increase his DC
Not a
is
bad
just,
idea. I'm just saying.
I
He's
don't
got
have
options.
that spell anymore.
He's got options.
I don't have anything. All my enchantments other than that one are language dependent.
Oof.
Oof.
Let me tell you, this turtle.
go.
You know what he speaks? Roll me a knowledge nature check. Let's see if you do know what he speaks.
Aquan.
I'm just gonna have a conversation with everything that speaks Aquan in this
I
campaign.
don't think I have. Awkward.
Turns out that Fish Boy also.
Do you have knowledge
became Turtle
Arcana?
Boy.
I know Common, Scald, and Polyglot.
All right. You want to
Yeah, I'll
roll?
do.
See if you
What
know
do
what
you
this
want?
turtle
You
is.
I'm trained. What is it?
The
Nature?
Arcana for this one.
I'm not trained in it.
Yeah.
Not trained in it.
All right.
So.
So
can't
then
do
you
it.
wouldn't know what languages it speaks if it speaks languages. Just don't know.
So, like I said, I'm going to do the most damaging spell I have, which I can do from 760 feet away, and
Hot damn.
he is well underneath that.
Well
range.
underneath that.
And it will appear above him. Well, once again, deity focus. Got my holy symbol. Utters a different change of words. Doesn't seem like it's enchantment. These seem harsh and vengeful. And I cast Ice Storm in the center of the creature, and it's a 20-foot radius.
Holy crap. Roll me 3d6 damage. And then
Oh,
2d6 damage. So
it should
5d6.
have done that, but it didn't do that.
Ah.
Why did you not?
The
do
brackets
that?
aren't closed, looks like.
Yeah. Brackets aren't closed.
Yeah, they are.
You might have used the wrong brackets.
Yeah,
I see
might
two
have.
brackets on one side and none on the other, but that's just the way it's.
Yeah, I'm looking at it in here, and it's got it. All right, so 3d6. We'll do it the whole old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I don't think those
Here's
brackets work.
3d6.
Ooh, 9
There's
points
the
of
9
damage. Love
for
it.
the
Love it.
bludgeoning,
Love it.
and he probably takes a DR because he's a turtle.
Yeah.
And then 2d6 here comes for the cold.
Ooh-wee.
9 as well.
Nice. You watch as this ice storm appears around it, starts to pelt it. You see it forming tiny cuts around its elongated neck with this dorsal fin off its side. It roars. It roars.
And it's only in its spot.
It roars.
It's only affecting him. There's also some remaining of the spell, which is 9 rounds. Heavy stowed sleet rains down. Creatures inside this area take -4 on perception skill checks, and is treated at the difficult terrain. Doesn't say anything other. Doesn't say any damage is redone. So
I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love
that's
it.
all he
Keep
had.
it up. Keep it
I
up.
used the wrong brackets. That's what
You're
I
a
did.
beautiful man. We appreciate you. You're doing a great job. Next up is Nasara. Back at the top of the round. Talk to us. You little...
Sara is
Lovely.
now actually going to drop a haste, and you affect all 3 of us.
Ooh-wee.
Blackbeak, or Blackbeak, Edward, and Caius.
Perfect. 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 Beautifully done. Beautifully, beautifully done. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. You are all hasted. Edward Tarbos, you feel this quickness in your actions. You feel like you want to talk a mile.
I get hasted that way back here.
Not,
No,
unfortunately.
Okay.
no.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
only,
only the 3 of us.
Yeah.
It's all right.
30 feet. or whatever.
All right, let's try this again.
Talk to me. Talk to me, baby.
Try to bat.
You tweeting?
There we
Ooh,
go.
there it is. Doesn't confirm the crit, but that's a nice solid blow for 19 points of damage.
2
Point is
crits
a
in there.
miss, possibly a crit miss. Second one does not confirm, but it is 15 points of damage. 16 is a miss, unfortunately. Roll me that attack again. We're looking at Cutlass number 2. We're looking at Tarbos Cutlass number 2.
Main haste.
Cutlass number 2 is now
No
a
miss.
crit, so no critical miss, which is fantastic. You get a couple of good licks in there. Did you have your haste in there? You did have your haste in there. Perfect. Perfect. Blackbeak is also hasted, although she does have a -2 to her attacks. Now a cumulative -1 with the haste. Let's roll them bones.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think the bird's ever been hasted. I've never had the bird hasted before, so that would get the extra attack would
You
just
get
be
an
the
extra attack. I'd do 2 bites, personally, if it was
2 bites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, oh, actually, the talons do more damage now,
I
but
do the
yeah.
talons, man.
So here's the normal. This first one. So we get the bites, talons,
Ooh, hit. Nice.
and then let's see what one more of the talons, because it gets both.
Ooh, possible crit miss. Roll them bones
Yeah.
again. Ooh, confirmed
Oh,
critical
come
miss.
on.
No!
Bird, what the
Bird!
fuck?
Poor
The bird is now fatigued. It's throwing itself at it. It's sleeping. The bird is sleeping.
It's just days, man, where you just
Splinters.
can't fucking win.
All Splinters here.
Alright.
He looks like he wants to run, but he's confused. And he rolls a 2, which he does nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's "Mrrr, I hate it here," he says in perfect common. This sucks. You ran into me. I was just swimming. Harlan, you're up next.
All right. Make sure I get my stuff in here.
You're gonna have to
Rapid
open
shot.
the Dragon Turtle's treasure gullet.
Hey,
No
did
haste.
anybody use that +5?
Nobody has
No.
used it yet. It's just sitting there.
Oh, why is it still? We gotta
Could've
fix this
avoided
one.
the
So the
critness.
first one does.
Oh yeah, it's here. I'll
Yeah, we gotta
fix
fix
it right now.
Yeah.
That's
So the first
just
one
rapid
does
shot plus
9
1.
less. Yeah, and then
Well,
the other ones are correct.
as that arrow fires forward, it strikes the dragon turtle in the side of its face. The dragon turtle, in perfect common, says, "Why?" and slides off the side of the boat, sinking into the sea quickly. Quickly, as it sinks down, its eyes looking up, just, "Why? I was just swimming. You're the problem. It's you." And it just sips down into the darkness.
I'm coming home, mama.
And my friends, that is the quick end, unfortunately, of the dragon turtle. Of the dragon turtle. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. The poor
Do
dragon
be like how it
turtle,
is.
had it not been confused, I'd tried to talk to you. But it got confused and just kept hurting itself, and then did nothing, and then died. Fantastically done, everyone. Fantastically done. All right, so for quickly competing that encounter, you guys are actually able to quickly. The crew has been working diligently. There's a lot of casters, so a bunch of mending took place. Water is being pumped. Harrigan has pulled ahead, but not far. Not far. As you guys continue racing forward. Now, as you race forward, you guys are starting to reach some shrouds, some shoals, as it were, right? Now, you guys are going to have to navigate yourself through a bunch of these shallowish areas as you move through some of these little, like, these atolls, these little islands, all right? And I need you guys to make one profession sailor check, all right? Now, that profession sailor check, depending on how well you do, is going to determine how difficult the knowledge local check is to navigate these waters. All right, so it's a 2-check thing. The better you do on that, lower the DC. So the DC for the knowledge local check is going to start off at a 30. For every 5 you guys get on your profession sailor, that check goes down by 2. All right, does that make sense? Everybody on the same page? Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, absolutely beautiful. Let's get after it. All right. So who's making the primary profession sailor check? Because one makes it, everybody can assist.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Right
people already
now.
rolled.
It's all right. We'll go with the highest check, and then everyone else can say they were assisting them. I didn't explain. That's my bad.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to assist Edward then.
Love it.
We just need to get the 1, right?
Correct.
Oh no, because the other one's DC 30.
Correct.
Better we get them.
All right, perfect. So you have a 28, 29, 30. 31, 32,
reduce it
33,
by
34.
12.
You reduce it by 12. So it is a DC 18 knowledge local. Who wants to make the knowledge local check as you navigate these shoals?
I got a
Does
plus
anyone-
12.
I mean, that's pretty good. I like
Yeah,
Sounds
no,
like
no.
the
I don't
man.
hate it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I mean, Nassar can't fail, but also better to have a PC do it, honestly.
I agree. Fully. Completely.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Dominator's doing its thing.
do I have? I should still have a PP point. So,
If you're
Can-
CP
Nassar will also, Nassar will assist, so give you a +2. It'll be
okay. So, local. There it
it's
is.
doing its thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that because that's not a good one. Re-roll
You
it.
could do the +4 and it would make it
You good?
We could use that plus
instead of
5.
re-rolling it.
You got a
Oh,
plus
yeah,
5
we have
still?
+5.
From
Oh, we
chat?
got the plus
It's using
5.
plus
Yeah,
5
I
from
mean,
chat.
yeah. It's
Let's
using plus 5.
go!
Yeah, plus 5.
So a gift from the gods, as it were, from the community.
Silk feet.
Look, feet. They love to see it. You know what?
Woo!
it's almost like you guys, ordered a kill squad. It's perfect. Wonderful. Made it happen. Great
Look,
job.
Soapfeet's still here in spirit. I'm still wearing his stupid fucking hat.
Soapfeet. But you watch as you guys expertly navigate and you catch up. Close the gap between you and the wormwood. You close the gap between you and the wormwood. Moving forward. A couple hours go by. Wormwood is still keeping pace with you. It lags behind a little bit, but it's still managed to keep pace. The rest of the pirate fleet is so far behind you. I don't know. A couple ships look like they might have run into some shallows. It's a whole thing. It really looks like it's mostly just you and the wormwood. That's all it is. That's all that's going on here. As you guys are moving, Blackbeak starts to squawk. Just aggressively. Like squawk, 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 squawk. Give me a handle animal check. See if you can interpret what Blackbeak's trying to tell you.
Animal check. Where is that on the list? Some background, isn't it? It is. Okay. Let's see. 18?
18? She's seen something.
Yeah.
I was looking at DC 15. She's seen something up ahead. As if on cue. One of the crow's nests, you've got 2 crow's nests in the Dominator. One of the ones in the crow's nest, the one that's closest to the bow, shouts out, "Shoals ahead! Reef! Reef!" And everyone starts to kind of panic, right? Because it looks like there's an uncharted reef that is just maybe a minute to 2 minutes in front of the ship. You have to make some very quick maneuvers to not run into this. This is, you guessed it, you absolutely guessed it. This is going to be spot checks. Spot checks to navigate through this reef. All right? First spot check, DC 15. Next one, DC 20. The last one, DC 25. If you hit a reef, you will not sink. The wormwood will once again pull ahead. You may add, Edward, for suppressing the turtle and the other one, 4 additional race points. How many race points do you have now?
12.
All right. See, he's doing a great job. He learned to count. We're really proud of him. His wife, she loves it. Like, what? 6 months? 5 months pregnant?
I've got a 12,
Yeah, I
so
gotta
I
do
can take the
something about
first
that,
or second
though.
one.
All right.
Is it anyone worse than a 12 perception?
I've got a 14.
I have 13 perception.
And I guess I'll roll on the first one because I have the worst.
How's Wakir's percent?
Oh, I have a 0.
Oh, well, you're not really
Oh,
rolling.
then maybe you should roll on the first.
Oh!
Oh,
Wakir, done!
Okay, first one, I will
Well, I
roll
have
a
a
second.
5, but 5 with my wisdom.
You may
but-
add an additional race point.
Like second.
May add another additional race point. You guys are starting to edge away from the wormwood.
So it's just a 3.
And then is
right?
it 20 and a 25?
And it's
Is it?
so it was 15, 20, and 25.
Right.
yeah, I think yours is higher than mine. Harlan.
Yeah. Okay. I
Believe-
got a 14. Yeah, I got a 14. Yeah, let's see. Come on.
Oh, they made it! They
Yeah.
added an additional race point. You guys navigate through these shoal reefs like crazy. You look back and you see the wormwood nicked one of them, and it's slowed down. It's starting to lag behind you. Really, really lag behind you. Things are going well. It is looking very good. However, this is where things start to get a little dicey. This is where
Now?
things start to get a little dicey. All right.
Now.
Ahead, you can see the swirling. You ever seen a hurricane, like in
Mhm.
video, like in the distance, or maybe in real life? I don't know what you guys have done in your lives, but you see a hurricane. It's like this wall of just white swirling cloud, right? Like it's terrifying to look at. All right, you see them from space.
I live in Florida.
You know. You look out. You've seen it. It is now very close, and I want you to imagine: has anyone here seen the Mad Max
Sharknado.
movie? All right, the Mad Max
Yes.
movie, right?
Yes.
You know when they go into that dust storm, that crazy
Mhm.
dust storm? It
Yeah.
looks like that, but it's white swirling lightning. You see tornadoes, twisters, water spouts. It's insanity, and you have to skirt the edge of that as part of the race. You have to skirt edge of that as part of the face. This is what is lovingly known as, and you're gonna love this, Harlan, Gazra's Flow. This is what this is called. It's called Gazra's Flow. You'll love to see it. Absolutely fantastic. As you guys are making your way. I'm going to pop this over to the RP thing. So we're doing some chitter chatter here. So we're going to do this, the RP screen. So you guys are making your way. You start to touch into it, and the ship starts to rock. You hear prayers from some of the crew. Even the devils look slightly nervous. Like, damn, that's a big storm. And we've been in Hellmouth. But damn, that is wild. You see one look over and goes, Jim, I didn't sign up for this shit. You know, it's like, Reginald made a pact. That is what it is. We go where the ship goes. Contracts, man. Contracts. He's like, I should have read the fine print.
Those names, Jim and Reginald, the devils.
No. Reginald is canon now. That he stays. That's
100%.
fantastic.
I'm tracking those names.
Oh,
Jim and Reginald.
yeah,
Reginald.
100%.
Hate it here.
Dude, we signed a contract, damn it.
Damn it. All right. But you guys are making your way into it. Absolutely making it. You need to make 3 consecutive sailing checks to improve your race score. For every one you fail, it will subtract from your race score. And here's the way it works. It's a DC 20 sail check. You can only make one of them. Who wants to make the sailing checks?
I think mine's the worst.
I got a
But there's
15.
But I think the 3 of you should make them if there's only 3 to
My
make.
sailor,
Love it.
My sailor is
Love it,
plus
love it, love
9.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, your sailor's plus 9? I thought it was
19.
better than
Well,
Oh.
plus 19.
Yeah,
I've got 9
Plus,
points.
I was like,
Yeah, it's a wisdom skill, so that both of us have probably got decent
Yep.
ones.
better than mine.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
So Edward
Edward should make the
walk
first.
here and
Edward, Harlan, and then walk here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, hang on. Oh, thank God.
Oh, done. Done. Beautiful. You may add 1 to your race score.
oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, you may subtract 2 from your race score.
You fucked
Ooh.
us. We're dead. We're dead men. Look at our bodies.
You may add an additional 1. So basically, it was a net
Fucking
gain of nothing.
38. Jesus Christ!
Was a 38?
Holy
I should get at least
shit.
plus 1.
I mean, he got the +1, but they went up by 1,
I mean,
down
I
by
need
2,
to-
and then
I
+1.
should get it.
No,
plus-
that's
I should
not what it.
plus 2.
Actually, that's not what it
Thank
says in
you,
the
with the
book.
book
I'm
tip.
reading it from your book right now, and that's not what.
Act-
Okay.
Actually,
It's a torsion engine.
Actually.
For all of our English listeners, this is what I'm doing to Wolfie.
Yeah. Well, you know what Wolfie's doing back to you? Get bent. All right. Scallywag. Anyway, I digress. All right, cool.
Whoa,
So.
whoa,
good.
whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
We're off sides here.
I don't know if you could say that on
Whoa.
Twitch, buddy. That's
Whoa, whoa.
aggressive.
Whoa, whoa.
Wow.
Patrick,
Woo-wee.
Patrick, he didn't
All
mean
right.
it. He didn't mean it. He was angry. He said that out of anger.
I
He
meant
didn't mean it.
everything I just said. In fact,
Never
double
mind.
down. All right. You stupid head.
Easy.
All right, there it is. I said it. I meant what I said. All right. So you guys are doing pretty good. Wormwood's kind of caught back up to you a little bit. You're doing all right. They seem to be doing like really good. Like, really, really good. You are now into the storm. All right. You are now into the storm, and I'm going to add some rolling thunder, crashing waves to our soundtrack. You guys are hearing it. And then you're also going to have suspense soundtrack. It's scary here, but it's fine. Things are getting very loud, very stormy. Everything is absolutely wild. Lots of sound. Lots of rain. Crew is nervous. Storm is howling. Has anyone ever been in a hurricane before?
I have.
Describe it.
I mean, it's just, you know, it's a lot of storm, a lot of wind, but it's just the fact of you're getting pounded for hours on end. You know, it's just driving rain. It just doesn't, it's like, oh, you know, normal storm, 20, 30 minutes, it's gone. This is hours, just hours of just shit beating against the house, torrential downpour, you know, the sky looks like the heavens have opened up upon you. But it's just the, 6, 7, 8+ hours, sometimes 12. One
Like
couple
the
years
worst
ago was like
rainstorm
12
you've
hours.
been in, but it just doesn't let up.
It just does not let up. Your roads flood and everything. It's just the
Powers
length
out.
of time. Powers out. It's just you have nothing to do but sit there and you're just in it. You're just in it and you're along for the ride and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's a very good description. Thank you for sharing, my friend. Appreciate that. You guys are in the shit. is raining, pelting. You can barely see 10 to 15 feet in front of you. Shouting orders is nearly impossible. You see streaks of lightning in the sky. Some of those lightning streaks almost seem alive. Crash across, jumping from cloud to cloud, from cyclone to cyclone, from waterspout to waterspout. But the Dominator urges on. You've lost sight of the wormwood. It entered much right alongside you. And by right alongside, maybe 15 boat lengths, you can see the crew focused not on the ship of the Dominator, but the journey ahead. An hour goes by, this constant battering, sloshing of waves over and over, the crash of thunder. Then there is a bolt of lightning. It streaks down from the sky. You look forward to the bowmost mast as this lightning bolt strikes the mast, tearing through it, arcing down onto the deck. Person in the crow's nest is flung from the crow's nest, flying backward. It's one of your generic crew. We won't make it a person. And they come sailing down, crashing into the deck. The entire deck is illuminated. I'm going to roll a check. The mast of the Dominator is 60 hit points. This lightning bolt is going to deal 10d8 damage. If it deals more than half the hit points of that mast, 60, that mast will be damaged heavily. It will slow the ship down.
This is the foremast, right?
You will lose some race points.
Okay.
You
Could
said
I
this is
cast
the
greater
foremast?
command on the DM?
You could.
You just slide him a 20.
Let me just roll my check. All right.
Actually, elemental damage does half damage.
You're right. It does do
I hate
half
that you-
damage, so
I
it has to
hate-
roll really well for it to damage it,
Well,
right?
Plus, you said it was the
I'm being a
foremast,
butt.
right? It's not the main mast. It's the
No, but it would
foremast.
still slow you down. All right.
Oh no, it would. I'm just.
You know what?
It's not total loss.
Hey, Blau, why don't you just call a hit squad? All right. Call a hit squad. Why don't you just spend all of your time just watching people do it?
40% of my time, all right?
Perfect.
Herbert. Getting your jollies, huh?
Getting your jollies up. Fucking weird red whipping
I saw you beat a person to death on the docks.
Is this what you're into?
I don't know what you like to watch. Just put on a show for you. They got back up. They're fine. All right.
I don't know
All right. Yeah, because you choose to see what you want to see. That's what you see.
No, it's because I choose to let
right.
my scribe
All right.
fire
So it's
out
gonna be
inspiration.
10d8. 44 damage. 44 damage. Now, here's the good news. That is only 22 damage to the mast. All right. But it's half damage. The mast is scorched. A man has died. But the ship sails on. The
Yeah,
ship
we're still sailing.
sails
I'm
on.
going to go up to the mast.
Yes.
I'll cast a snake hold.
Ooh, the mast is instantaneously repaired. The black streak down it.
Well,
you
it's
watch
not
this.
that
Just, it is.
Not like
26 per
that.
level.
Woof.
Well,
right
that's
up.
for a construct for
Beautiful.
bending.
You don't know if the ship's alive. Personalities might
but
be
it's
the manifestation of the
1d4
ship. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a
Would be
fair.
Person-
40
personalities is the
per
machine's
level.
weird.
And you sail on. All right. All right. That is absolutely fantastic. You've done
So,
it.
because it didn't damage the mast, we didn't lose any points, right?
You did not lose any points because you
I
managed
just want to make.
to do it right away.
I
You're
just
good.
want to make sure.
What are you guys at right now? What's the number?
15.
Okay, doing pretty good. Doing good. Doing good. Next, you
Thank
move
you.
through. Next, you move through as you're sailing on. You move through the Sharkskin Reef and the Pinnacle Atoll. Sharkskin Reef, aptly named for the number of sharks that sail through here. I need whoever's feeling sassy. We need 2 DC 25 sailing checks. I need 2 of you to pick who's going to make it, and the other 2 will assist one of those people. For potential +2.
Assisting Harlan.
Yes.
Isaac assisted Harlan.
Wonderfully done.
And I will assist. Up here.
Love it.
So just
You have a plus what? Your sailing check.
Oh, it's more than 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're fine. So
Oh.
each of you are getting a +2 to your checks. Harlan and Wakir, make your sailing checks. Let's see what happens. Oh!
33.
In the clutch.
It's the Bucks.
Oh! In the
Oh.
clutch!
Oh,
You guys
damn.
So you guys go right through this atoll. Meanwhile, the wormwood skirts around it because they're scared. And you guys just like, fuck it. Shark skin, more like lame skin. And you just fucking boom right through it, which is fantastic. And you pull away. You pull well away from
I
them.
was just sitting
Well
on a dinner
away
tube
from
out
that.
back with a Mai Tai.
Just going like, woo! Storm raging. Your little assistant next to you just like getting battered with wind. And he's like, would you like another, sir? And just pours the little mixed drink. He's got a little like butler outfit on. It's pretty great.
Harlan's at the wheel. He's just got like a cigar. It's not lit because he
Personnel
tried.
is just helping in this
good.
moment because like, it is pretty crazy. And he's just like, isn't this fucking awesome? He's just super excited.
Harlan's
you're doing
just
great.
like, I don't know who did it, but Gozer's pissed.
Ah, Gozra loves us! You feel that breeze, lad! Yeah! Just screaming, just having a great old time. An absolutely great old time. He's loving every minute of
Narratively,
it.
though, Caius would have definitely retreated below decks
Yeah.
to watch the progress on the charts in the... Because we have the track
Magic
ship.
charts, yeah.
Yeah. We have track ship on all the competitors right now.
All right.
And he feels like he's more useful doing that.
Now I have to roll
Because he's not a very good
a couple
sailor.
of things. Ooh. Ooh. That is a confirmed encounter. Oh, boy. All right. You guys are in the eye of the storm. You're in the eye of the storm. You roll down to my map here. Okay. Random encounters. Random encounters. I need someone. Roll me a D100 plus 20. D100 plus 20, please. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what kind of craziness is going on.
D100
100.
plus 120.
Give us the Kraken.
Oh, 37. What is that? Let's see what it gets. 37. Go down to the bestiary. Probably something like super lame. Like, not a big deal. Let's see here. Got that. Ooh. Oh my god. It's horrible. Oh, god. Do you guys want to re-roll? Oh my god.
No.
10d6 Great Worms. Wow, that's I don't know why it's in here. It's weird.
Triple treasure.
Yeah, it's true. It is good. You got a 57. All right, 57 is...
Gotta look on the bright side of things, Wolf.
That's really funny. That's actually not
No, it's
terrible. All
It's
right.
a 37 because he added the plus 20 to.
Oh,
the
we did.
first roll.
37. That's even less worse. All right. 37 is...
Only 6 great worms? Damn it.
You guys see, as you guys are sailing along, basically a fleet of dolphins starts jumping alongside you, and they're just like, and one of
See if we
them
can get one of those for lunch.
One of them winks at Edward. All right, but because you guys aren't actually in the water, they can't take you to their dolphin murder caves. So you're good. It's fine. That's why I was laughing. I was like, if you're in the water, they could take you to their dolphin murder caves. Dolphins are evil. They're horrible. All right, you know what they do to people. Really bad. But anyway, I digress. All right, cool. So you guys are moving along. You may add 2 additional race points. You guys have put well ahead. Well ahead. As you move on, you continue deeper, deeper. You're skirting inside of the raging storm that is Avendingo. The eye. But suddenly there's a call, probably from Caius as you're watching. It's time to turn southerly and head out of the storm. You can see where the ship is. It's time to turn southerly. And as you turn southerly, you break the storm, and you can see maybe about 2 or 3 miles, kilometers, leagues, nautical miles away from you can see the finish line. There is the Kraken. There is the little dinghy, the single man on it holding a flag. Looks like he's being punished. And he's like standing there like, I hate my job. And as you guys break, you're getting closer, closer, closer. You are maybe a minute from the finish line. There's no sign of the wormwood. And as you guys are just about to cross, you see the wormwood break the storm. Their rear sail is just lashed and in tatters. Looks like they got the worst of it. And you guys cross the finish line so far ahead of them that it is not even a contest. You destroy. Hour or so later, as you guys are milling about, Wormwood has crossed, getting second place. Branibus decides to leave with his ship and head off. Not going to come to the after party, the celebration, which will be taking place aboard the Kraken. A couple of other ships come through. There are 3 ships that are missing. Official reports state that they got lost in the storm. What really happened? Who's to say? I don't know. You don't know. You know. But it's all good. It's all good.
Zinram, I mean, Caius the hit squad.
Probably a hit squad. You know, everybody's always invisible all the time. Weapons always drawn. Just sneaking around, sneaking up on people, constantly
The
vulnerating.
stealth mechanic is so stupid.
What
The
mechanic?
stealth mechanic.
It's so dumb. Like, it's so stupid. Like, so
Yeah.
stupid.
You can sprint at full speed stealth.
Yeah, and just like, what? Get out of here. It's crazy. You should have like a minus 40, all right? But I digress. All right. But you guys have managed to win. So if the player characters have 11 or more race points, which you started with 8, the PCs lead the Wormwood by a considerable margin. Harrigan makes a determined effort to catch up, but he has no chance of winning. PCs are victorious, crossing the finish line as clear winners. Clear winners. Clear winners.
Well, Brannigan just forgot about, the P's, proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
Beautiful. 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 You win the regatta, my friends, by both luck and guile. There is a
Copious plotting.
Copious, as is tradition. Certain Caius. As you guys are celebrating your victory, or the Kraken, there's a big party, they're clapping you on the back, speaking high praises of you. A lot of the captains that you convinced to help, as it were, are giving you knowing nods and smiles and shaking your hand. Admiral Caius. And a friend that you've seen quite a few times. And that, well, someone that may become a long-term ally. Certain red-headed Tessa Fairway has arrived to view the race. Walks over, nods to you, Captain Caius. I never had any doubt, Caius, that you would win this race. In a very short amount of time, you've proven yourself to be a real pirate. It looks like now you're going to secure yourself a position on the Pirate Council in Port Peril. Kind of pulls you to the side. It's a very whispered conversation. What do you plan to do with such a position? Does it end there for you, guys? Or do you have higher aims, goals?
Caius smiles and, accepts the congratulations and thanks for a moment before saying, I won't say that's the end of my ambitions, but I'm not quite sure where they lead me after this other than the island we've won. I need to see what I'm working with before I decide on what I'm doing.
She gives you a knowing smile. It looks as though she's about to turn and depart before she turns back to you and she says, there is talk amongst the Pirate Council, other free captains, that the Hurricane King has become complacent. That he has, and she gets really low, really whispered. There's a huge conversation, like lots of conversations. It's loud.
There's a buzz.
Ship. There's a buzz, right? She leans in and she whispers, like right next to you, almost directly into your ear. There is talk. He has forgotten what it means to be a pirate of the Shackles. There is talk that he might need... She looks to you like... Imagine someone like face to face, whispering in your ear, and you can just see her eye, her right eye, and your right eye, and she just looks at you, and she is looking for a reaction when she says this. And you know this, Caius. She says there is talk of him needing to be... ... replaced.
He kind of furrows his brow and doesn't give a positive reaction. Because the only thing that Caius has suggested we bring to him, he took action on immediately. So he's not necessarily opposed to the Hurricane King at this point.
She quickly retreats back, offering you a friendly smile. Doesn't seem offended. Just offers a friendly smile. Just something to think about. Admiral Caius. Dips her head, her hat, turns, grabs a drink, and says, "To the Dominator! To the crew of the Dominator and the Bastard's Hand! 3 cheers!" And everyone's just like, "Hooray!" There's like, "Hooray!" Because everyone's really drunk already. It's they're having a really good time. Nice. I love that. Absolutely love that. So you guys win. There's gonna be a ceremony at some point, but it's gonna be like a month or two because they got to get things ready. There's still some moving and shaking going around. You'll be called back to Port Peril, but you guys are encouraged to head off and start exploring your island at some point. But I want to ask the crew, is there anything you guys want to do as you are preparing? Any conversations with any of the folks present, yourselves, other crew members, NPCs, anybody you guys want to shoot the shit with? Or you guys just want to kind of head out into the open ocean the next day, start making your way towards the island of empty eyes? Or Harlan's going to die. Wait, what?
What?
Huh? Ooh.
Caius says something, but I want to hear what everyone else has first.
Harlan, what do you got, buddy?
Edward's going to approach Kier.
Ooh. Who? What?
And
Who are you approaching?
Wakir.
Wakir?
Yeah.
Wakir, you are approached by Captain Edward. Is it during the party?
This is after.
After the party? Okay, you guys are back on the ship.
Edward noticeably was drinking water at this party
Interesting.
and keeping an eye out for another crazy
Oh
fucking...
yeah!
tattoo
Oh my
shit.
god! Yes! Oh my god! Yeah! So the entire time, Simone was watching you very, very closely. Just like a little
staring
shadow.
across to
Just
each
like,
other, just
just lifting a drink like, how you doing? I'll kill you if you fuck with my sister.
Nope.
I'll cut your bits off. Yeah.
Nope.
I had almost
A little late
forgotten
for
about
that.
her. I'm so glad you reminded me of her. I know she exists, but I'd kind of forgotten that she got you. She watched you be drunk and then woke up the next morning and was like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Yeah, no, he is just like death staring at her. Just nope,
She's just,
not
just grinning.
Not this
just like,
time. I'm not doing this. But the next day, while everyone is recovering,
love it. Yeah, the
He
crews are
would,
very drunk. Very hungover.
approach Wakir about Bismarck's ways towards marriage, stuff like that.
Interesting question. You want to take this in your captain's quarters, or is this on deck?
I think with where everyone's at, it's safe to do it on deck.
Love it.
They're not being...
All right. So, Wakir, you are invited to meet with the captain on the deck. Love that. I'm going to grab you guys. Commander Wakir thrice dropped. Love to see it. I rolled 20 froze, because it does that a lot. That's okay. There it goes. All right, begin the scene. I'll get you guys set up. You begin the scene.
spoken into existence. Mine just froze.
That blurp. So you guys are on the deck of the Bastard's Hand. The ship is anchored. People are groaning. Lots of groaning, because there's lots of hungover people from the party. It's good.
Okay, welcome, brother.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I try to follow Besmar as best I can. You and I have had light conversations about it. I'm not.
Seems she's blessed you.
I'd like to think so, but I'm not strong in my faith as you are.
What is it about Besmara that you wish to know?
And I think he's had a conversation with Harper and Achias. I don't think he's ever really had a conversation with anybody else about it, but I made it no secret about my affection towards one Griffa.
There is a whistle from the deck, and you see Simone leaning against the main mast, just like looking up at you.
She's like a plague, like a rat, I swear to God.
Like a wart that won't go away.
Are you having an issue with a crew member?
No. War's coming. As far as I can see. I'd like to marry her.
This is the woman that you are having
Griff.
a child with.
Griff, the one that we left in charge of Tidewater.
How much do you trust? Here's the thing. Our life, we are gone more than we're home. People are lonely. You shouldn't marry unless you're absolutely 100% sure that not only are you willing to keep it in the shell, so to speak, but know that they will as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's of the mind, what happens at sea, happens at sea, what happens at shore, happens on shore, but we're happy together when we're together. You have to find that out for yourself.
It's fair.
Basmara is neutral on these matters.
I just wanted to make sure, you being as high in faith as you are.
Well, if you were coming to me as a young sailor wanting to get married, I would slap you silly, because you're sending all your plunder back to a woman that you barely know, who is going to become bored and spend your money and your treasure, and who knows what else she'll be doing back there. And then you'll become worried about what's going on. You know, you need to focus on your job, but you are the captain. You have riches beyond means. You could retire now, live a happy life.
Well, where's the fun in retiring now?
Oh, he more than knows her, Wakir, says Simone as she walks by.
Oh. And that's
an issue.
Hoppy. That Hoppy right there.
You might need to get her off onto a different ship.
Oh no, I'm mighty happy right here, Commander.
This is not what you think.
Oh,
Simone,
it will cause issues.
Simone, walk here. I'd like you to meet Griffith's sister, Simone.
She's the eyeball. Okay.
She was sent here to keep me in check.
Look after our dear, dear boy.
Oh, okay. I see. So she's your Griff is more of the. I heard that this country far to the east called Restov. And they have an old saying that the people in Chaliak claim to have invented, but no, it comes from Restov. Trust but verify. She seems to be of the old Restovian trust but verify.
At the end of it all, walk here. I just want to make sure that I go through the proper channels, being a man of Besmar.
Bismar is neutral on this. Pirate weddings can last as long as you're aboard the same ship, or they can last a lifetime on land. It's Bismar knows the capriciousness of this life. Basically, she says, when you see a good thing, don't pass it up.
It's a warm smile from Simone up towards Wakir. He's the best thing to happen to you, Captain.
She's not wrong on that. You, Wakir, this early in the morning are a right prickly bastard, aren't you?
I didn't sleep well last night.
Yeah.
You're going to have to start calling me sister, Captain.
I will die.
And she
Before I do
cackles and
that.
turns. It just wanders off. Lifts
You
a
harpy devil!
Yo, Hoppy Devil's sister, Captain.
Is she the younger or older sister? That's what I want to know.
She's the younger sister.
Oh, and is she hideous?
No,
No.
they're both pretty good looking. She's
All
got
right.
both her eyes. She's maybe better looking. I don't know.
Look, this whole thing's a bit silly because yesterday I met my fiance's younger sister.
That
This
is
hilarious.
hilarious.
Hitting a little close to home.
Unintentional, but hilarious. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, any other scenes anyone would like to have with this?
Yeah, Harlan wants to have a conversation with Caius.
Love it. Let's pivot over.
Probably in his cabin as he's looking at maps or something.
Yeah, I have a really cool area that we don't get to use too often. We're gonna zippity zab over to the map room. It's a really nice room. And this lady is not there anymore.
I was like, is she still with our cruise?
She is not. She's moved on.
Okay, she did go back with.
Go back with Tessa Fairwind. She'll probably be back at some point. But I'd say Caius is there, obviously. 2 Caiuses. He is multiplying. Kind of scary. I'm
He
scared.
is making a clone of himself effectively. That's how Caius reproduces by cell division.
I don't like that. That is makes me very
Osmosis.
uncomfortable. All right, so we got Harlan, Wakir, and I'd say the cabin boy, aka the
that's fine.
acolyte, is definitely going to be there too.
Littlein.
It's fine.
Littlein.
So, Harlan's lit up, he's smoking, but he's like, Admiral, Captain, my captain,
Commander.
I have a request to make.
Speak it.
We're coming in all of this new land, and while we don't know what it is yet and how it lays and everything else, I'd like a piece of it to create a druid enclave on this side of the Shackles. For my people, their animal companions and so forth. Not
Done.
asking for much, but I feel like I should contribute something. I've taken everything else from the Shackles. Maybe I should give something back.
Far be it from me to take you from your calling. You've earned a chunk of this just like we have.
I appreciate that. Also, I don't know. Has he told? I don't remember because it's been a while. He hasn't told anybody. I haven't told anybody else about how Personalities keeps telling him that he's going to die.
You haven't brought that up to anyone.
No.
I haven't brought that up. I can't
Which is
remember about it.
amazing.
Yeah. Well, because pirate
And crazy old
tales.
man.
He's crazy. He's
it's a
crazy old
great-
man.
He spawned on the ship. Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, exactly. It was, that's
a great character, by the way, Patrick. Like, I hope you don't mind what I've done with him.
Oh,
Personality.
The
He's great.
personalis. Yeah.
But as Harlan is no doubt, because the guy's effectively attached to the ship's wheel, the helm, and so he assumes he's had a lot of work with him. Maybe he doesn't necessarily trust him, but maybe he's like, okay, he's not. Maybe he does have a few screws that aren't loose. Personalis has been warning me for some time now that I am fated to die on this island. How true that is, who could tell? Pirate tales, premonitions, that sort of thing. But if Gozra does see fit to let me fall beneath the waves, as it were, just take my riches and let them build their enclave. Just let my people prosper. It's my only request.
You have a man in mind to take over for it?
Druid enclaves are interesting in that you build it and they will come. I can't really recruit other druids as such. They just feel a calling to go there and spread our love for nature and its ways. I'm sure someone will pop up.
The acolyte opens his mouth to speak, catches Caius's eyes, closes his mouth, and gives you the look that he gives when he's asking for permission to give his opinion on something.
Caius will nod and say, if you're ever going to learn anything, you're going to need to ask questions at some point.
Admiral Caius, if I'm not mistaken, this is the age of lost omens, is it not?
Aye.
Then, Commander Harlan, if I may, perhaps there is a destiny for you to die. But because of the age we find ourselves in, perhaps you can change that destiny.
It wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first time the Shackles has tried to kill me. I've almost drowned twice. I've been shipwrecked 6 times. I was married once. That's a story in and of itself.
That'll kill you.
But if I am truly destined to die, then, well, I go where goes what takes me. That's really all I can ask.
And more than taking over for the Druid Enclave, I meant I can't exactly dump a bundle of gold on the ground and say it's been built.
Oh, no, not that much, but they might ask for supplies and so forth. A trust of sorts to help them establish it if I'm not around to do it myself.
I can do this.
I appreciate that. And he kind of just extends a hand.
Yeah, he'll shake the hand and unroll a chart of the island and say, mark your land, take a square mile wherever you want.
I think we need to see it first. I don't want, as much as I enjoy being around animal companions, you do want to give them a little bit of a wide berth. Because we were going to go and look at the land, right? That was our next plan.
It's kind of one of those like it's charted. It never had been charted on the island. It's been like charted around, so like the interior is all a mystery, right? They say that somebody landed there a while back, but it's been abandoned for like a long time, like over probably.
But there's not like a topographical map. It's just
it's someone on a ship sailed by and it's like, oh, here's some shit.
Yep. Oh, there's an island there, and it kind of looks like this.
Oh,
look at that. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Oh man, you can tell that it's an island because of the way that it is. All right.
It's not that often you sell these cyclops in one place.
Yeah, it is called the island.
That's
of
all
empty
he has
eyes.
to bring up. So.
I'll tell you that much. All righty then. Any other scenes, my friends? Any other scenes at this moment? My friends. Talk to me.
Caius would like to talk to Wakir and Harlan.
Love it.
Okay.
All right. Well, Wakir can come back from talking to Edward. Talking to Edward about, getting married. In fact, maybe he'll walk in right now. That seems good. Could clink. He can walk in. Boom. Wakir's in there.
Excellent. Wakir. I actually want to speak to both of you. And Edward could be here as well, but we don't need him. But Edward has a ship. You two have been tapped and have been doing the same amount of work that he has and not been getting the same reward that Edward or I have. Would either of you like to take responsibility for the first port we built? Being tapped as governor.
It's asking a lot of a man.
Not asking you to stay behind. No more than I'm asking Edward not to be a captain for being here on this ship.
It's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of resource management.
It's a lot of responsibility, I agree.
I'll have to see what Ms. Mara thinks. I'll commune with her and see.
I just want to share the bounty.
Well, I haven't felt
Appreciate it, Captain.
slighted in any way with my rewards, and piloting the Dominator through the trials and tribulations has been a reward in and of itself. She's a mighty fine vessel. The best I've ever sailed.
Caius nods and says, I would be remiss not to reward my closest allies. Keep
I
you
think
loyal.
this is something
and
we need to
friendly.
think on.
Of course. I don't expect an answer now, especially not before we see the land that we're going to establish said port in.
Yes.
But if either of you
Keep it in
want
mind.
it, take it.
Hmm.
And that was all Caius wanted there.
Something to think about for sure.
Absolutely.
I'll commune. I'm going to need to do the commune spell.
All
It's
right.
going to take me a while to set
Any
that
other
up.
scenes you guys want prior to me moving on to a little bit of explanation from the Master of Gales?
All right. I just
Oh,
You ask your
Contact-
deity.
deity or agents ask questions that can be answered by simple yes or no.
Okay.
Am I the one? Should I accept the governorship?
Irola.
Hi.
Yes. Get a resounding. Is it wheel? You get wheel and woe. You get resounding wheel.
Okay.
Really good idea.
Well, there's your answer there, Mr. Blau.
Love
I
it.
assume you tell me the next day or some such.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, you pray on it. You start to get visions of like you building like a temple to Bismara. Like it becomes a port, like dedicated to Bismara, like no other port has existed. And it becomes like basically like a holy place is these visions you get. Like this is like a calling. That was a 98 on high or low. It is a good idea. You should do it.
Yeah. Well, if learning after about it, Harlan will agree with him. He's like, yeah, I don't know if that's something I want to do. It requires a lot of attention, and I'd rather be at sea all the time. However, being as close to the storms as it is, perhaps a small thing to Guzra wouldn't hurt. I think.
You can have a closet.
Can have a closet.
Yeah, a little closet thing. He can hang out. There'll be a little statue of him. All right.
I don't think Guzra and
There's
Bismara
no lights.
don't conflict at all, right?
There's no lights at all. It's a little statue. So there is a meeting that is between the captains, the commanders, and the Master of Gales. This is going to kind of be our outro, and then I'm going to have you guys make either a knowledge geography or local to see what information you guys have about it. As over the next week, I'm going to prepare chapter 4 for us, because we are moving in. We are officially halfway through the campaign. Good job, everybody. This has been an absolute wild ride. I'm having a lot of fun.
Geography or local?
But let me read this. It is called the Island of Empty Eyes, the Master of Gales explains. For the queer status, that is to say, statues, that leer over its shores. Uninhabited and fraught with danger, make no doubt, but not that pirates of your capabilities can't handle. You've landed a seat on the Pirate Council as well, but winning a race don't make a sailor a captain, nor a freebooter a lord. You'll need to show the council you can tame the island and make it your own if you want to claim your seat. The lords of the council will come calling in 3 months to see if you're worth the honor that's been bestowed upon you. And they'll expect to be feted as befits pirate lords of their stature. Provided you don't look like you know what you're doing, they'll take your oath of loyalty and grant you a seat on the council. If not, well, wouldn't be the first winner of the regatta who failed to live up to expectations. It would then smile, give you exact coordinates to it, and a really shitty map that's basically just like an outline. And it just says weird statues. Outline map. All right? What it looks like. Let's do either a knowledge geography or local to see what information you guys can gain about the Island of Empty Eyes, also known as Harlan's gravesite.
I have no training in either.
That was Nasara.
Oh, that's, well, you get all the information. Astara goes, I'm a devil. I know everything. Also, I have a very high-pitched voice now. Hey, we should order that kill squad. All right, I'm done. I'm going to stop bringing it up.
We have three in the cart already.
The island lies on the northern part of the Shackles and has no known settlement, but Chelish warships have sometimes been scouted in the waters near the island. Sailors claim the island got its name from the large statues along its shores. The statues' eyes are missing, though some say the bare sockets once held enormous gemstones. Colonists settled the island once before and built a fort there, but they disappeared soon after. Some say they left a treasure hunt, but others claim they perished and their spirits now haunt the island. 25 plus. Some say giant-sized ruins stand in the island's highlands. They're filled with ancient treasure, but ravenous dinosaurs fiercely guard the ruins. And the DC 30 plus, Nasara goes, oh, the island's ruins date back to the time of the ancient Gul'gan, an empire of cyclopses that once spanned the entire western coast of Garand. So it's probably filled with cyclopses. It's going to be great. Yeah. Probably why it's called the Island of Empty Eyes, she smirks. Pretty cool. Personality like slides in behind her.
I hate it here.
I hate everything that's happening. But you guys are going to be skilladallying over to the Island of Empty Eyes on our next session, which is going to be awesome. And we're officially halfway through the campaign, so I'd like to take just a moment, if you guys are open. What's been your favorite part so far? Talk to me. Let's go around the table. I want to hear what your favorite part's been so far of the campaign. Like something you've done, something another player's done, something I did. And mind you, I'll be judging your answers and giving you a score afterwards. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be great. But I just want to hear what you guys have liked so far, because we are halfway through. We're probably got another about 25 sessions before we wrap up, which is awesome.
This is easy.
So let's start with Atomic. Talk to me, baby bird. What you liked so far?
I've really enjoyed Caius's Blau's just pure fuckery with plans and like just going full CIA, like replace the government, whatever, the Black Ops shit. And then, everyone kind of falling into place into like augmenting his plans with our capabilities and everything else. It's been like the Dominator, everything before, just every time it's like, okay, here's the next objective. And then you just see the gears turning in Blau's head before like 2 words have left your mouth. And I anticipate looking forward to those like
plans coming together. Ship that's really big, and Blau's like, we're gonna take that, and here's how it's gonna happen.
Fucker's ours. And it's just been really, I've just loved enjoying that, seeing the crew relations develop over time, like Edward and his little love sidekick interests going on there, and everyone coming to Wakir for advice and everything else. It's just been, it's been a really good melding of characters, but also with NPCs, which
everyone
you don't
feels
always
alive.
get.
I would agree with that.
Exactly.
Everyone feels alive. No, 100%, man. That's even the NPCs we've only dealt with a couple times. Like if we needed to go and talk to them, you know what to expect from them, which is, I think, a testament to you guys just like engaging with them, and like it's been a lot of fun. No, I fully agree with that. And like I know what to expect from you guys, which is good. You think you know what to expect from each other, so you can be very natural. That's brilliant. Blau, what about you, man? What have you been enjoying so far?
I really like the battle for the Dominator. Every time we lost an NPC, I was like, fuck. Or like, nah, whatever. Fuck that guy. I had a reaction though every time we lost an NPC.
That's good.
Oh. And that's good.
That's good. I think the worst ones were Sif. I'm sad she died. She was cool. And Fish Guts. He got fucking eviscerated.
I was no way to say I was pissed when Rosie fell in the water. I was like, something needs to happen here.
She's okay. She made it.
Yeah, she made it.
Oh no! Look, I had a plan to swing the bird around and grab her out of the fucking water if she didn't make
Rosie.
it.
Yeah.
We barely see her, and everyone's like, Rosie. That's the thing about groups, is like they'll latch onto an NPC that you've had like a couple
Yeah.
interactions with, and like that one, we saved that one.
The throwaway NPC becomes critical to the campaign.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
That situation was 100%. That's my boy. Oh no, my boy.
Gaius, help!
It did hurt when Fish Guts died because he had a whole redemption arc and everything else,
yeah.
and then he's like, "Yeah, I want to help," and just immediately died.
Just fucking chain
Chain
shot,
shot.
cut in half. That was brutal.
Oh,
That was
that
brutal.
said, I think my favorite personal moment was diving into the water during the ghost ship fight and spending 3 hero points in a turn.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild. That was good. I like it. I like it. What about Edward? What are you feeling, man?
Oh, I got two. I got two that when we officially became captains, I thought I felt like we were just gelled. That whole session was just us running at peak.
Mhm.
God, and it's Patrick just kicking off the fucking mutiny,
Yeah.
just fucking
that was my
balls to
favorite
the
moment.
wall. Just hey, so here's the plan, guys. We're gonna do this. Oh, he's going in. Oh fuck, he's going in.
Oh God, he just ran in. Oh, Stephen's plan.
100%.
We're
Sick
doing-
plan.
He Leroy Jenkins does on
We
that
had a
session for
plan.
sure.
We were gonna go get people. We're gonna come back and be like, "Hey, we got our friends. Also, this is our ship now."
Patrick Tristround. That's good.
Oh,
That's
Kick
those
off
were
the
both really good.
jams.
Really good. Walk here, Patrick. Talk to me
Well, that was my favorite moment right there.
when you kicked
Because
it
it
off.
was, yeah,
Oh,
just
Yeah, it
just
was
like,
awesome.
fuck you. You're not touching me, dude. No way in hell I'm gonna let you touch me.
fucking out the gate murderous.
We're like
command.
6 hours away from killing you guys anyways. We're just gonna do it now.
What did you
Yeah,
do now?
let's do it now.
I think my personal favorite moment has been any of the sessions where we're basically just shooting the shit. I can't really think of any individual one, but we've had a couple of like no combat, all role play,
Mhm.
and they go fast and they flow. And I appreciate you guys as players when I'm like, hey, does anybody have any scenes? And you guys are like, yes, 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 yes. Like you take the initiative. Because one of the things I've been trying to do in my games lately is give more agency to the players of like driving the narrative forward. And you guys are a really good group to work with on that because I don't feel like I can bring in NPCs. I add in, the kid dropping water. I add in things like that just to add a little flavor here and there. But you guys will seek out characters. You'll seek out each other, and it makes it very enjoyable for me because it feels like I'm not just running the game, I'm playing in it too. So I appreciate that very much. You guys are doing a great job. Other than that, though, that's all I got for you guys tonight. That's all I got. It was you guys blew it out of the water. You only needed one to win, one race point to win. It's basically impossible to lose. But I want you guys to bone crush it. All right. And with your checks, you guys are amazing. And next week we are going to be doing basically an island dungeon crawl. All right. So you guys will be off the ship for a while, and you'll be setting up, and over the course of 3 months in game, you'll be hopefully clearing out the island and then building a little port city so you can entertain the Pirate Council. And you'll be meeting some very interesting folks on the Pirate Council. Some very, very interesting folks on the Pirate Council. All right, who we got here? We're going to have, who do we got? We're going to have, let's see, we got, ooh, he's pretty cool. We got a rat folk that's on the Pirate Council. His name's Fargo. He's pretty cool. We got Odessa Recurio. She's pretty sweet. I like that one. That's pretty nice. Let's see who else we got. We got Lady Chersey, Captain Masque Dusmar. That's pretty good. We got Avamar Sozarash, who is a werewolf captain. He's pretty sweet. Sifa, who's a Nereid captain, and obviously Tessa Fairwind. And then the Hurricane King himself is going to be there as well. The Hurricane King himself will be there.
Could you repeat the werewolf's name and the one after Chersey?
Yeah, Avamar Sozarash. And I'll go ahead and post that in the chat here.
Okay, cool.
It's good douchey. He's cool.
Was oh god, who is the peglet guy we met at
Oh, he was just a
Oh,
free
um,
captain.
Mario
he was,
Tagsworthy?
he was just
okay.
a free captain. Yeah.
He was just a free cap. I couldn't remember if he was.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
Oh,
I
that's been
mean,
so long ago.
that dude gave us some advice early on. I mean, maybe it wouldn't hurt to see if, we include him in on our trade deal stuff, everything else, just
reach
He
out.
wouldn't be. He wouldn't mind. He's a pretty cool dude. He was a former guy. He's similar sort of backstory to Caius, which is good. Not as cool because he's not a vampire, but it's all right. Not everyone can be, not everyone can be a vampire and have 18 kill squads. So I mean, like, there's a lot of things.
It's a
going
lot
on
of
here.
kill squads.
It's a lot of
going
kill
on.
squads.
I
Some
like-
might say it's excessive, but what do I know? I don't know anything about it.
I really enjoy how you play Caius, and that he's just like, it's not, he is, what, vampire, whatever else, but it's not like his entire personality.
Yeah.
Blah.
I want to suck
Like,
blood. Wow,
I've been trying to play a tiefling that's not a stereotypical tiefling either. Just a real dickhead pain in the ass instead of whatever.
Do you mean to tell me that characters aren't just stereotypes of the race you play?
I know, it's crazy.
I hate that.
Every
agree with
elf on Aerolith, I beg to differ.
Oh,
No,
they're
just
all
joking.
fucking assholes, every one of them. But I digress. All right, so
Fucking
next
Salongal
session
Dolphin.
will be fucking session 25. All of them running around invisible and with fucking hoods up and disguised and just being dicks. All right. You know who else is like that? Red Wizards. All right, just fucking run around with their murder kill squads and their devil worshippers.
When I shave my head, you're gonna see the tattoos.
I don't
He's
like where this is
staying
going.
in
Anyway,
disguise.
good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Same game time, same game plays for session 25 of our Skull and Shackles adventure. It's been a riot. They're going to be exploring the Island of Empty Eyes, and it is going to be... You know what? I'm excited to see your next character, Tomic. It's going to be great. We're going to love that. And until then, be well, be safe, happy gaming. As I always say, thank you to the players for playing. As I mentioned, without you, it's impossible. Thank you to the viewers for viewing. You guys have been absolutely fantastic tonight. The dice have a story to tell. And every week, we find out what that story is. And until next time, as I say, happy gaming.
And sometimes that story is the Death Effect DC's DC 35.
I mean, it just is.
Atomic.
This is what it is. So, Godspeed. Good night. Good night,
All right.
everybody.